Hi everyone, and good morning from the Williamsburg area here in Virginia. Checking out an attraction I've never been to before today, the Virginia Living Museum. I believe this is like part science museum, part animal zoo kind of thing for Virginia animals. So always excited to see animals. I go by the legend, go by my wonderful girlfriend Molly.
I'm excited for something new.
Yeah, something we've never been to before, and that is here at the Virginia Living Museum. We have made it inside the Virginia Living Museum. I really like their lobby area. The front desk where you buy your tickets, and then there's like a really cool fish tank behind it. And it was pretty cheap. It was around $20 or so per person, so not too expensive an attraction. If you are a member of an AZA zoo, you can get in for half off, so we got in for really inexpensive. I already see that there's animatronic dinosaurs, so I feel like I am going to have a good time here.
You are.
But I think we're going to go outside and see some of the animals first. With the weather possibly having thunderstorms on the way, we're going to begin our adventure here outside, which is I think it's a 3/4 mile boardwalk with lots of different animals, and all animals that are native to Virginia, which also is cool. Like obviously Molly and I were from Florida, so there's a lot of animals that we don't get by us. And I love seeing the native wildlife of, pretty much wherever we travel. This sleepy little fuzzball here, that is a red fox. Sad he's not awake. They're pretty cute little animals. Here's an animal that I did not know that was native to Virginia. That is a coyote. Not getting the best view. Oh, there we go. There's the money shot. That's a woodchuck, also known as a groundhog or a marmot. They're really cool. Now this is a species I would expect to find in Virginia. That is the white-tailed deer. I think we saw some driving this way last night, actually.
We did last night. By the road.
Here you can see a pair of vultures. Now these guys live at the museum, but there was other ones just flying around. Hanging out in the back of its enclosure is the red wolf. Now this is an animal that is very, very endangered. An animal you don't see in a ton of zoos and aquariums. And a very good boy. There's a pretty good size free flight bird aviary. Now there is a sign, these guys are all non-releasable rescues. I like pelicans. I always think they're very neat. But yeah, it's a pretty good size. Some pretty big trees in here for the birds to hang out in. You can see, it looks like a bird has made their nest up there. Part of the museum is set next to a big forest and a lake. And now I believe these are just wild animals here. You see some turtles. Turtles in pretty cool poses. I think there's a bunch over here. Yeah. That is a bunch of them. One of probably the favorite animals here at the zoo and in Virginia, the North American river otter.
He's so cute.
So adorable.
They're so playful, and that's what I love about them.
Quick update. This otter's name is Molly.
Hey.
Unlike Molly from In the Loop, Molly the otter likes playing in dirt. Oh. Swimming right below me, that is a beaver. They are really neat animals. Also not one terribly common to find in a zoo or aquarium setting. So this is very much a treat getting to not only see them, but see them swim around. There is a dinosaur discovery trail. Looks like some playground stuff here in the middle. And one of the first dinosaurs you see, the T-Rex. Here you can see what looks to be a shocked Triceratops.
Yeah, the baby's just hatched.
No. Molly, tell us about the Dromaeosaurus here.
It had both an excellent sense of smell and hearing.
And its name means running lizard. The Dino Trail area does have a couple different cottages with various fossils. This smaller sized dinosaur, well, that is the Hypsilophodon.
He was about 2 feet tall, but 6 feet wide.
It seems like something like a Flintstones kind of era caveman could have as pet, right?
Yeah.
The Spinosaurus makes an appearance. Famously the villain in Jurassic Park 3. They do really have a lot of the greatest hits in terms of dinosaurs. This one is the Velociraptor.
Apparently it was one of the smartest dinosaurs alive.
Here is the Parasaurolophus. Now, one thing to note, the dinosaurs that are here are not exactly like as they would be life size. Like, this guy's probably about 8 feet tall. When he was a real dinosaur, well, he was very big. This dinosaur, well,
He's not doing so good.
He's having a bad day. There's a pair of Allosaurus. Another of the classic dinosaurs, the Stegosaurus. Here you have a dinosaur I'm not too familiar with, the Guanlong, which was only discovered back in 2006. And then a very famous dinosaur, the Brachiosaurus. The Pterodon, the flying dinosaur, is presented very neat. There are a couple of animatronic dinosaurs here outside, like the Dilophosaurus, famous for killing Newman in Jurassic Park. It's kind of funny because this one squirts water, and then the sign says there's no evidence to depict it actually squirted venom. This is pretty fun. They have a life-size animatronic T-Rex.
He makes noises.
Yeah. Kids learning garden and playground. Molly, this is your favorite thing.
Yeah, look at the Hobbit house. You can go in. There's so many kids in there right now.
The Living Museum is also home to a planetarium. I believe the planetarium runs on weekends, so not on the day we're here in the afternoon. But there is some space exhibits if you do come in this building. To update, the planetarium is Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You have a photo op right next to a rooftop garden. This is interesting. Once you go inside that rooftop garden building, well, you got a couple things. You can learn all about the fascinating world of insulation, or you can play with Duplo blocks, one or the other. They've got everything here at the Virginia Living Museum, even the moment you've all been waiting for, the eighth wonder of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the backside of water! We're now going to check out some of the indoor exhibits. This is a very well-presented fish tank, but a very sad one. It does talk about like how long different pieces of trash takes to break down. Now, you know, a lot of trash ends up in the oceans. There is a conservation exhibit all about saving seahorses. I think this one will come out well on camera. Virginia's World of Darkness. There is a tree frog. There's also an aquarium center. You can see an electric eel, as well as jellyfish. Let's see, what do we have over here? Ah, sea stars. There's a big indoor swamp area. That's really top notch. You do have a gator. Now, gators not found in Virginia. They're found 100 miles southeast. He's just kind of eyeballing us there. I believe there's a little turtle over here. They're trying to get into the gator enclosure. You don't want to do that, buddy. You don't want to do that at all. But yeah, this is kind of a very top-notch enclosure museum exhibit here with how well this is done up. Lots and lots of fish as well. Really cool gar. I think we've got a big white catfish. Look at him. We're also the only people in this exhibit, so it is nice and peaceful.
Yeah, do you want to look at the rattlesnakes?
Okay.
Rattlesnake.
Ooh, look at his eyes.
It's my favorite thing about the snakes. Their glossy, slitted eyes.
Not the biggest fan of snakes, but since this eastern cottonmouth was in such a cool pose, I'll put him on the camera. Next exhibit is Virginia's Underground, which there's a lot of caves here in Virginia. Let's go check out this exhibit. Here's a cave area which shows off some of the treasures from the Moorfield Mine, Amazon mica, quartz, and beryl. The riverbanks here in Virginia at one point in time used to have coral. There's an aquarium exhibit with some turtles and a sign about how fossils can cause sinkholes. Molly has a fear of sinkholes.
I do. I'm terrified of sinkholes. A bad place to live is Florida. I know.
This makes a ton of sense to have in the cave area, an enclosure for the blind cave fish. Here you can see the common garter snake, and we're now in like a full-blown cave. It's very dark and kids are yelling. Now in another large indoor greenhouse structure. This one's called Mountain Cove. And yeah, this is really pretty cool. Ooh, they've got an enclosure here for the Eastern Hellbender.
I love these guys.
They're really neat, but they are
so hard to find.
Always almost impossible to find, and they look like rocks. Much easier to see are these fish over here. Well, I don't think it's home to great white sharks. Let's go check out the next area, which is Virginia's coastal plain. Before the coastal plain, there is a touch pool. Not operating at the moment, but you can see some hermit crabs in there. There's also a pretty impressive animatronic showing off how a snake's fangs work.
Look how wide it can open its mouth.
It's pretty fascinating. They also have bees. And these are just bees that fly in. And then they, you can see all their bee stuff right there. That is a lot of bees. And then they all swarm outside.
I wonder where the queen bee is.
Probably in there somewhere. That is great. Look at the blue crab. He could be on a postcard. See, a really good sized fish tank here. With lots of shiny fish.
A lot of big fish.
Yeah, like Molly, go walk over towards the fish tank. Just give you a size scale here. That's a Molly, and that's how big this fish tank is. There are a couple other fun enclosures in this section of the museum. Very coastal plainsy. There is the beautiful but venomous lionfish. A fun enclosure here shows you how the flounders can disguise themselves. Like that guy over there. Well, he's harder to find than that one over there. The museum's also home to a couple of pufferfish who are always fun to watch. One over here swimming around. There is a balcony area where you get a second-story view of the swamp. The next exhibit is Virginia's Pedmont and Mountains. Oh, look at these guys swimming on top of the water. Hey, pal. All right, I'll put you back on the camera because you're so cool. Molly, do you know what kind of fish he is? A short-nosed sturgeon. Now these fish are the first freshwater fish migration of the year. That's why they're all going in the same direction. It's like you've got some catfish over here on this side. And then more snakes over here, hiding up there on a ledge. No, I dared Molly to climb in this photo op for children of a turtle, and I didn't think it was going to happen, but it went down.
It did.
Let's wrap things up with Destination Dinosaurs, which is a temporary exhibit they have here for the summer, and has animatronic dinosaurs. That's pretty cool. Obviously, the modern belief is that dinosaurs evolved from, or birds evolved from dinosaurs, and dinosaurs were birds. So this one definitely shows that off. Carnotaurus, not our dino.
Not our dino.
Ooh. Fella here's a Coelophysis.
He looked at you.
He did. I like whenever they have something like this. Kind of be behind the scenes on how an animatronic would work, and you get to push a whole bunch of buttons to make the dinosaur move. I'm not seeing any movement at all.
No, the head.
The head?
Now
There.
I'm doing the tail.
Oh, the tail's going. The tail moves good. Now the head's moving. Does he open his little mouth? Mm-hmm. Yay! This one's the first. Never knew this was a thing. Dinosaur yoga,
I've heard of goat yoga.
but not dinosaur.
Never dinosaur.
What do you think, Stigerasis? Did you do dinosaur yoga?
That's a yes.
And the last dinosaur on exhibit is the Dimetrodon. And there we go. That'll do it for our time at the Virginia Living Museum. A pretty neat little attraction. I quite enjoyed my time there. Now, if you're going to plan a trip to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, the Virginia Living Museum is about a half an hour away, so you might want to check that out. By far, my favorite part was watching those beavers. I could watch that little guy all day long. If you have any questions about the Living Museum, let me know in the comments section below, and thank you very much for watching this video.